Good morning, class 4. Today we are going to start a new chapter of The Midnight Oil. Chapter 5, Pinocchio. A long time ago, there was once a poor old woodcutter named Geppetto. He was a simple carpenter and a toy maker. He had no family, and his only company was his cat and his goldfish. One day he made a puppet from a piece of wood. "You shall be my little boy," he said to the puppet, "and I shall call you Pinocchio." So he named the puppet Pinocchio, as he always wished to have a child of his own. When Pinocchio was ready, he rose to his feet. He stood up to his feet and danced on the tabletop. "Look what I can do!" he squealed. He shouted in a loud voice. The carpenter was surprised to see the puppet come alive, but at the same time he was also very happy. So he decided to call him his son and to bring him up like other children. "Pinocchio, this is not the time to dance," Geppetto explained. "You must get a good night's rest. Tomorrow you will start going to school with the real boys." So Geppetto arranged for Pinocchio to go to school so that he may learn many things, including how to behave. On his way to school the next morning, Pinocchio stopped to see a puppet show. There he saw several other puppets dancing. "I can dance and sing better than those puppets, and I don't need strings," boasted Pinocchio. Boasted means to show off about something. So he showed off that he can dance and sing better than those puppets without any strings. And he climbed onto the stage. Suddenly the puppet master arrived. "Get off my stage!" roared the puppet master. He was very angry to see Pinocchio on the stage. Then he noticed how much the crowd liked Pinocchio. He did not say anything and let Pinocchio stay. "Here, you have earned 5 copper coins," the puppet master told Pinocchio, and he gave 5 copper coins to Pinocchio. "Take these coins and go straight home," said the puppet master. Pinocchio put the coins into his satchel. Satchel is a small leather bag for carrying clothes, books, etc. He did not go very far before he met a lame fox and a blind cat. So after receiving 5 copper coins from the puppet master, when he was on his way back to home, he met a lame fox and a blind cat. Lame means having a hurt leg. Knowing that Pinocchio had money, they planned to rob him, and they pretended to be his friends. "Come with us, we will teach you how to turn those copper pieces into gold," coaxed the sneaky cat. Said the dishonest cat. "We want to help you get rich. Plant your coins under this magic tree." So the greedy lame fox and the blind cat tried to fool Pinocchio, and they told him to plant his silver coins under the magic tree. "In a few hours they will turn to gold," said the fox. "Show me where," said Pinocchio excitedly, because he was very excited to help his poor father with gold coins. The cat and the fox pointed to a patch of loose earth. Pinocchio dug a hole and put the satchel in it, making the spot with a stone. Splendid! Exclaimed the cat. Now let's go to the inn for supper. So all three of them went to the inn, that means a small hotel, for supper, a dinner. After supper, the fox and cat, who weren't really lame or blind, quickly ran away and disguised themselves as thieves. What is the meaning of disguised? To change their clothes and make up to look like someone else. They hid by the tree, waiting for Pinocchio to come back and dig up the money. After Pinocchio dug up the coins, they pounced on him. They jumped to attack on him and tied him to the tree. "Give us your money," they ordered. But Pinocchio held the satchel between his teeth, refusing to give the sack to them. Again they demanded, "Give us your money." Soon a fairy, who was a guardian, that means a protector of Pinocchio, dressed all in blue and had blue hair, sent her dog Rufus to chase the fox and cat away. She also ordered Rufus to bring Pinocchio back to her castle. "Please sit down," she told Pinocchio. Rufus kept one eye open to watch what was going on. "Why didn't you go to school today?" she asked Pinocchio in a sweet voice. "I did," answered Pinocchio. "Did he go to school?" "No, that means he lied. He went to see the puppet show." Just then, his nose shot out like a tree branch. "What's happening to my nose?" he cried. "Every time you tell a lie, your nose will grow. When you tell the truth, it will shrink." Shrink means it will become smaller, said the blue fairy. "Pinocchio, you can only become a real boy if you learn how to be honest and generous." The blue fairy told Pinocchio to go home and not to stop for any reason. Pinocchio tried to remember what the blue fairy told him and not to do any mischief. On the way home, he met some guys. "Come with us," said the boys. "We know a wonderful place filled with games, giant cakes, pretty candies, and circuses." So now again Pinocchio forgot what the blue fairy advised him to do. The boys didn't know that if they were bad, they would be turned into donkeys and trained for the circus. It was not very long before the boys began to change into donkeys. "That's what happens to bad boys," snarled the circus master as he made Pinocchio jump through a hoop. They were all mischievous boys, they were all bad boys, so they all turned into donkeys. Only Pinocchio could not grow a donkey's ears, feet, and tail. Why? Because he was made of wood. The circus master couldn't sell him to any circus, so he threw Pinocchio out into the sea. He swam for a very long time. Just when he couldn't swim any longer, he was swallowed by a great whale. "It's dark here," Pinocchio said. Now Pinocchio was afraid. He was again in trouble. So what did he do to escape? Pinocchio tickled the whale's throat. What is the meaning of tickled? touched lightly to cause twitching or laughter. He tickled the whale's throat and it sneezed. And Pinocchio was blown out. He was free now. Pinocchio found himself on the shore. So he quickly ran back home, sorry for being a bad boy. He realized his mistake and he was sorry for being a bad boy. Home at last, Geppetto welcomed Pinocchio in his arms, gave him some food, and tucked Pinocchio into his bed, saying, Pinocchio, you are my son, and I love you so much. Pinocchio remembered what the blue fairy told him and became a good boy. So that was all for this chapter. We have finished the chapter. I hope you liked it. Now we will be discussing the exercises in the other video. Goodbye class.